Schematically, is this not clear? I don't know how to draw this in a corporeal way. You have Zeranpin. In Zeranpin, there is its own nukva. A separate nukva comes and connects to Zeranpin. Connects to Zeranpin in the guf of Zeranpin. Right? That's it. So, what does it say? The emanator connected the nukva in the guf of Zeranpin, a separate nukva, to the nukva in the guf of Zeranpin, which is the left side in it, and the two became one nukva for Zeranpin. When mochin of right and left were drawn for them from Binah, Zeranpin, which is the right in it, took the lights of the right of Binah, and the separate nukva took the lights of the left line of Malchut, of Binah. Okay, so let's illustrate two potzofim. This is Zeranpin, this is Malchut. Let's say it's this way. From Binah, Chasadim, Zeranpin takes the Chasadim, and Nukva takes Chochmah. In Zeranpin, from the Chasadim, in Zeranpin, Yom, a day was made, for instance. If it's a day, it's not a day, but let's say. And here, this is darkness. This is what he said. What?
I can't see it in the broader schema where the tabur is, where the parsa is.
Put the microphone in its place. I won't let you ask anymore. I don't want you. I don't want to hear you. We're learning the words that are written. That's it. That's the way it is. I told you, this is how we learn it. And you don't ask why. I guess you never learned anywhere, if this is how you approach the study. I am now taking some machine, and I don't know anything about it, and I'm only starting to see this is connected to this is connected to that. I'm starting to know this general picture. I don't know how it works. I don't know what it's connected to and what you get from it. I'm only observing. This is called acquaintance. You don't start asking why, where's this, where's that? No, I don't know. I'm only in the words he writes. That's it. Did you ever learn something in your life? How did you learn? You were never taught how to study? No. I don't. That's it. You're done. You're banned. That's it. You crossed the limit, and I warned you a few times how to learn. You don't hear it. Explanation, I'll repeat it. In the beginning of the correction of the separate nukva de Zeranpin, the emanator connected her with the nukva in the guf of Zeranpin. Nukva in the guf of Zeranpin is over here, Malchut. Right? That's it. So he connected her, which is the left side in it, in Zeranpin. And we can't draw the left or the right. You can say it this way. These are the first 9 are called the right, and Malchut is called the left, because Malchut supports each and every sphera. Right? So this is how we can also draw the Parzuf. And the two became one nukva for Zeranpin, meaning over here it's both the separate nukva in the 10 Sfirot, and the Nukva de Zeranpin, which supports all the first 9 of Zeranpin. The two became the left, and Zeranpin itself the right. When mochin of right and left were drawn for them from Bina, Zeranpin, which is the right in it, took the lights of the right of Bina, and the separate nukva took the lights of the left line of Bina, like the nukva in the guf of Zeranpin, since she was joined into a single nukva with her. Yeah, that's it. So this comes from Bina, from the right to the right, and from the left to the left. That's it. And you already know that the lights of the right line, the Bina, are Chasadim, so I'll write Chasadim, and the lights of the left line, the Bina, are Chokhmah. That's it. It follows that now Zeranpin received the Chasadim of the right of Bina without Chokhmah, and the separate Nukva received the Chokhmah of the left of Bina without Chasadim. Schematically, is this clear? That's the way it is. Yeah, be very careful. I'm warning you. If to him I just said, but I'll throw you out. If you don't accept the right approach, you are not the students. And it is known, and we should have a period here. It is known that Chokhmah cannot shine without Chasadim. For this reason, the Chokhmah froze in it. Right? She can't. This is called to be frozen. When there is no Chasadim, Chokhmah cannot shine. And she became darkness and not light. Meaning the right, even though this is the right. Wait a minute. And it is known that Chokhmah cannot shine without Chasadim. For this reason, the Chokhmah froze in it, and she became darkness and not light. This is the meaning of the moon's complaint, saying that two kings cannot use the same keter, crown. This is because when they both use the same keter, which is Bina, consider their keter. Bina is her keter. Zeranpin becomes Chasadim without Chokhmah, and the Nukva becomes Chokhmah without Chasadim, which is darkness, and she could not tolerate that state. The truth is, Zeranpin too. However, to begin with, he has Chasadim, the Zeranpin. That's why when now Chasadim comes from Bina, he's in Katnut. He shines to some extent, nevertheless. However, Nukva, when her will to receive receives Chokhmah, she's really clogged. She's in darkness. Darkness. We wrote it over there too. We could ask, but before the separate Nukva joined with a Nukva in his goof, the right in it, which is male, the right in it, yes, in her, no, in it, which is the male, did receive Chasadim, and the left in it, which is the Nukva in his goof, received Chokhmah. Yet, the Nukva in his goof could tolerate it and was not darkness. Right? The thing is that why was it this way before and now it isn't? There are two states in Nukva. Because the Nukva in his goof is Zeranpin's own self, which is included in him. She supports all the 9 Sfirot. Hence, the Chokhmah in her is not separated from the Chasadim in Zeranpin. She is included in each and every Sfirah in him. It's not that Nukva is separate from him and they connect externally. But this is not so with the separate Nukva, which is truly a different degree from Zeranpin, but because it joined with the Nukva in his goof, she received the Chokhmah of the left of Bina like her. Hence, after she received the Chokhmah within her, the Chokhmah was separated from the Chasadim, meaning this is what separates them between the Zeranpin and the separate Nukva, since she had no connection with the Chasadim, the Zeranpin. Thus, we thoroughly explained the first state of the separate Nukva. When she received Chokhmah, Zeranpin received Chasadim, and this is what separates them even more, even though previously she connected. To be able to shine for the lower ones, she was told, meaning, how is it possible? How are the lowers how do you shine to the lowers? Through the Nukva, but Nukva is in the darkest, so how can you shine to the lower ones? Go diminish yourself. What does this mean? Diminish yourself from the great degree. When she has Gar, she has Chokhmah, but without Chasadim, it's terrible darkness. Of being equal with the degree of Zeranpin, meaning she has Chokhmah in the degree of Zeranpin, she can't tolerate this because this is darkness, and receiving from Binah. Rather, she is to descend below Yesod Zeranpin, just as she was at her root before she rose and connected to Zeranpin. She descends again to her place, meaning below the whole degree of Zeranpin, and receive all of her lights from Zeranpin, from him, not in equal with him like the two great illuminations, rather from below. And since she receives her lights from Zeranpin, which is the middle line in itself, Zeranpin, because he is included on the right and left, he has his Nukva that supports her first 9, he has his own first 9, so he has the right and left, and he receives from Binah the right and left, and he illuminates. She too can shine, in the condition that when she comes down from Zeranpin, she gets completion from him. The Chokhmah that it gives her is integrated with Chasadim, just as in Zeranpin itself, and she can shine. This is the second state of the separate Nukva. What she receives in the first state is regarded as Nefesh Ruach Neshama De'achor, meaning she received their Kelim. De'achor means Kelim, vessels, meaning they do not shine. And what she receives in the second state is regarded as Nefesh Ruach Neshama De'panim. Naran De'achor and Naran De'panim, meaning they shine in completeness. So, what for? Here we can see why she rose to Zeranpin and she was with him Panim B'Panim, because as the two great lights, and later on she complained and descended in order to receive Kelim from Zeranpin. That's why she was like him. She felt the Kelim. In order to understand these things, you can see it in the Zohar, etc. There are merits to her first state, since then her highest level was Binah, which stands as Zeranpin at the same level. This is why her upper is Binah. Nukva is equal to Zeranpin, and her upper is Binah. She receives immediately from Binah. She receives Chokhmah. And she could receive Chokhmah from her, and she did not need to receive from Zeranpin through him. Yet she could not shine to the lower ones. This is why she acquires the deficiency from him. What deficiency? That she cannot shine to the lower ones because she is in the great degree of Zeranpin. It's a great degree. Meaning there's a special deficiency here. That's why the complaint of the moon is so important, so great. What do I get from being in such a high degree as Zeranpin? I'm in darkness. Why am I in darkness? Because I have Chokhmah without the illumination of Chasadim. She itself doesn't need it, but she cannot shine to the lower ones, and that's why she comes down. That's why she was told, go diminish yourself. Only this way can you serve the lower ones. Meaning, Nukva. In her ascent to Zeranpin, she received a deficiency. That's why it's called Nefesh Ruach Neshama De'achor. She received a very special deficiency, which is truly helping her to come down and to serve the neshamot, the souls. She cannot receive from Zeranpin, yet she cannot shine to the lower ones due to the absence of chasadim. For this reason, it is considered a choraim regarding Zeranpin. But in the second state, after she was diminished under the Masach, the Yesod Zeranpin, now she's connected to his Yesod, just as the Nukva in Zeranpin, which is connected to the Yesod. The entire Partzuf of Nukva is also connected to the Yesod Zeranpin, She was no longer worthy of receiving Chokhmah since the Masach Desod de Zeranpin detains her. Hence, she had to receive Chokhmah in Kelim De'achoraim, which remained in her from the first state, meaning according to the deficiency she then acquired in the first state. Matzav Aleph, Nefesh Ruach Neshama De'achor. In these Kelim she now receives, and not in her own Kelim, meaning what she was, the way she was in the higher degree, and understood how much she has to take care of the lower ones, and then with this deficiency she comes down, and she uses specifically this deficiency. But there are more merits to the second state than to the first state, since then she could shine both Chokhmah and Chasadim to the lower ones, whereas in the first state she could not shine to the lower ones. We'll read it a couple more times and then you'll... First of all, you have to understand the scheme, the process, without asking why, even though we did talk about the why in the end, because this is a very special thing. It's the greatest principle in the wisdom of Kabbalah. These two great lights and the complaint of the moon and so forth. Yes.